Hey everyone, Craig Williams here, back with another video. In this video I'm going to show you some techniques so you can use this little Korg Monotron just with your laptop, and you can use it in your productions and try and get a little bit more out of it. A lot of people said that it's not very good, it's just a toy, but I've used it in a bunch of my tracks and I think it's really good. So all I've got for this is obviously Korg Monotron and this little jack here, just to go from the output into the built-in input in my computer. So next up, I'll show you what I do. Hey everyone, so this is the session that I've got, and a little bit of something that I've recorded in. So I'll play the sample. So as you can hear there, it's not a perfect sound, but that's the whole idea of it, not to have something that's so perfect, the same as what you have with your plugins. It's just to add something a little bit different to your track. And then also, if you don't have a lot of money, or if you just got a laptop or whatever, to buy like a little Monotron is pretty cheap, and you can use it for effects and stuff like that. So yeah, I use mine in a bunch of stuff, and I think it's really good. It's not just a toy. You can use it. It just depends on if you can get your head around it. It doesn't need MIDI for you to use it in your productions. So this is a track that I'm working on. Just something I've started, and if we go on to the little bit that I recorded in. So there you go. It's not really mixed or anything yet. It's just throwing ideas down. I thought it might be good to do a video. So if I take all these plugins off, you can hear the sound as it is raw. So this is something that I've played in by hand. To make it easier, I just use like just a cable, like for your guitar or something, so then I can actually press down on the notes a little bit easier, as well as your finger, when you press down, it can splay and you can touch two notes at once because it's so small. So I find that one's a little bit more precise to use something like that, or even the same headphone jack or something like that. Just something nice and you can get a hold of and you can use to push down on the notes. And then from there, I've recorded it in, and then just gone along and use flex time just to get everything a little bit tighter in there. And I think, like, even though we've got the sort of the little clicks here, it still sounds pretty good. From there, I've just gone and normalized that part and sort of bounce it down. So if we go flex time, you can see there's no flex time turned on. I've committed that already, because having more flex is like having another plug-in and just eats up on the CPU. So once I'm happy with it, there's no need to sort of keep it in flex time. You might as well just bounce it down. And I'll go through the plugins now, and then I'll show you how I play it in and how I can comp it and stuff like that. So the first one I use is the pitch corrector. And if you can see here, this is a correction, and I've got it set to fast response. So even though I'm hitting pretty much on the notes, this is like a good little tool just to tighten everything up a little bit more. Next up is a pitch shifter, and for this one, I've just up by 7 semitones and just got the mix just around 37%. So it sounds pretty thin like that, and like that it's kind of resembling a polyphonic synth using chords and stuff like that. Next up, I use just an EQ, just taking out some of the lows and just boost some of the highs there. Next up is the camel fat, adding some more of the highs with the high harmonics on the distortion. After that, just compressing it all just to make sure it's all nice and tight. And then after that is the sidechain compression, which, as you can see here, the threshold's down a lot. We've got a lot of gain reduction there. I don't usually have my tracks with so much gain reduction and so much of a pumping feel, but I think for this one it works at the moment. I mean, I'm still very much just started this track, but so there you go. So while I will get some sound going here, and as you can see, I've got input 1, which is just my built-in input. Put that to 0. You can see here there's not much in the way of gain there. So what I do is just, actually that's after the fact. What we're going to do is pitch corrector again. So as you can see now, when I start to play, you can hear that it goes up via the notes rather than just one smooth motion. So if I take it off, that's without it. You can hear it just as one smooth, and then so there you go. That's a little tip to help you guys utilize it a little bit better. And actually, let's see. There we go. Got some more volume. Because it's so low, usually you would have to use a preamp or something to amplify the sound. But for this, I'm just showing how you can use it without having an external sound card or a preamp or whatever. So we've got the notes, which are, wait. So this is just a case of me playing along, and what I usually do is just do a bunch of comps and then just take out sort of the best one, flex it up, and away we go. So I'll do a couple, but I'll probably just cut it away and then come back with the comp that I use and stuff like that, so we can go from there. So that last one sounded alright. As you can see, it's not the easiest to still play. It's especially playing notes sort of that quick. So let's take that off, take that one off, and we want this last one. Yeah, maybe this one. So that one is pretty close, and what we're going to do is flex it so it's nice and in time. So we come along, don't need all these other takes, sometimes you can keep them and stuff like that, but we just want to, where are we? Flatten and merge. So there we go, and we can just come along there, take off the back part of it, pull it in, and take that off, and we come along and function normalize. Now this isn't always good to do when there's a lot of noise already in the signal, because it will just boost that noise and it's just going to be too much. So if we play that now, so it's sort of getting there, and what we can do is a little cheap way you can do is just look. You can see the MIDI information below. So we come along, flex time, and it's monophonic. And this is where we can start to come in. So it's about there. It's about there. And this one. So I'm going pretty fast here, but you want to get this as sort of good as you can. The tighter you get it, the better it will be. This one here. Let's play it with this. So there you go, that sounds pretty decent there. Take flex off there, and what we can do is take place, bypass, and this can be 101. So there's our sound there. So it's a little bit rough, but we'll just keep pushing forward so you can see what I've done. And if we can just pretty much add these plugins back. And the one that we did forget was the pitch shifter. And vocals, I'll just push it up a little bit. There we go, there's the sound. Come along and drag that out. Mute that one and so there you go. This is quick little way that you can use the Monotribe more effectively in your own productions. If you've got a breakdown section in your track and it's just simple chords, you can just play the root note and then use the pitch shifter to make it a chord for that section, and just use your tools a little bit more creatively as opposed to just heading straight for the same synth, the plug-in synth that you've used all the time. That's all for now. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to head over to my Facebook page and give it a like, and also grab your free massive presets that I put up there. The link is just below the banner. Also head over to my SoundCloud page and follow me there, and also I've got the group, the listening group, so if you've got any tracks, upload them to there, and hopefully we'll get a bunch of people to provide some really good feedback on it. Until next time, see you later.